Hello, and welcome to the BubbleGunk Studio Update. This week, I've been working on scaling up my production in response to the overwhelming orders for cloth face masks in the COVID-19 outbreak. At a time when public officials are pleading with manufacturers to produce critical medical equipment and personal protective gear, seamstresses are gearing up to deal with the tsunami of homemade mask orders. Local governments are beginning to require that people wear face masks in public. As policies like these become more widespread, there's going to be a surge in what is already a heavy demand for homemade face masks. Now it seems that a skill that has long been marginalized in modern society is coming to the forefront again in the response to the COVID-19 outbreak. After much consideration and advice from those around me, I restructured my COVID-19 mask relief program in order to generate income for my business while still being able to give away free masks for those who need them. What this means for mask makers. For most of us, when we started making masks, it was to utilize our skills to help people on the front lines, like healthcare workers. What we weren't expecting was the enormous demand for masks during this outbreak, so large that the thought of refilling them is completely overwhelming. Moved by their stories, saddened by their fear, and inspired to step up to the plate in the time of need, I applaud everyone who is taking part in mask making right now. We are putting in countless hours to fulfill mask orders that won't stop coming in, on top of trying to keep ourselves healthy and rested. If you know someone who is making masks, I encourage you to support them in some of the following ways. If they give you a free mask, you could tip them. You can donate mask making supplies, or buy them for them. Many of us are designers and have an ensemble of work to offer, so purchasing something from us other than the mask could be helpful as well. We are taking on a tremendous workload right now and need all the support we can get. I was talking to a fellow designer the other day, and she reminded me how difficult it can be for us to sell our clothing. But right now, we have a golden opportunity to make money, and we shouldn't pass it up. If you have a sewing machine and materials, I encourage you to start making masks, because now is your time to shine. After turning 2 batches of the same pattern, I decided to switch to an alternative design. This one sits more loosely on the face and is more breathable. It still has a moldable nose piece and filter fabric insert. I exchanged the elastic ties for crisscrossing elastic straps. Going forward, this design has less steps and takes less time to produce, making it easier for me to keep up with my orders. I have been collaborating with other designers and seamstresses, coming up with ideas on how we can work together to meet the growing demand. New campaign. Last week, I made free cloth face masks available on my website, and since then, I've gotten an avalanche of orders. Since the launch of this new campaign, I've had to reevaluate the financial aspects of this, so I can still give away free masks, but bring in enough income to keep the operation going. I've limited the amount of masks to 2 per order. The way I see it is that I want to get masks into the hands of people that need them and can't afford them, and it's not my place to judge who meets that criteria. So for just $8 in shipping, you can get 2 free masks shipped to yourself or someone you love. We also have a donation option. This is a way for someone to make a straight donation that goes directly towards the mask making cause. This was an option mostly when we didn't have a limit on free masks, so people could give back for what they were getting. But if you have the heart to invest in the cause, the money that is donated here goes directly back into producing more face masks to give away. The buy a mask, give a mask option is for people who want a mask for themselves, but their purchase also gets a mask added to our donation list. For people who are looking to get quantity of masks donated, I have created an application form. Here, you can apply to have masks donated to an organization, workplace, or healthcare facility in need. This is where I need to bring more seamstresses into the fold. If you are a seamstress and wants to help meet the demand for mask orders, fill out the application form listed in the description of this video. This whole project is constantly evolving as more people come forward with their skill sets, network, and resources. We ask you to bear with us as we build the infrastructure to meet the growing demand for homemade face masks. Again, I appreciate everyone's patience with me as I put together your orders. I'm working around the clock to keep up with production. Right now, we're looking at about a week turnaround time, so if you need a mask, I suggest you get on that list. That's all for today, so stay tuned next week for the next BubbleGunk Studio update.